name is Princess, and I'm your host for tonight. I hope you can all hear me. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Okay. Can someone please tell me that they can hear me? Please tell me you can hear me. We're going to have fun this evening, and at the same time, we're going to be discussing something that might be useful to someone. Um, so I know that my community is the best community when it comes to stuff like this. So, um, thank you everyone for coming. I have just seen something that I need to quickly address in this place. Category. Why are they putting my category as sport? Huh? YouTube. Nah, 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 nah. Welcome, guys. I'm just seeing it now. You know that some of these details, we don't see them when we're about going live, right? It's after we have gone live that we actually see it. So, this has to be. Hey, you are all welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll give a shout out in a bit. All right. Okay. Hey, my brother, you are welcome. Sim, darling, welcome. Sam, Game Dream, you are welcome, my brother. How are you? How have you been? Hope you are doing well. Hope your work is going well and family doing well. Cindy Style, my darling, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Please tell me, can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? Sim, darling, can you hear me? Because I'm using this microphone. I'm using a different device today, to stream, and I'm using this little microphone. I hope that sorry. I hope that you can hear me. The reason I'm doing it is because that other device that I've been using, it hums because of the battery. That was what Rick was yapping me about last week. Oh, okay, you can hear me. So I decided to use a small device instead of using that laptop because the battery is bad. So that's why I'm asking, and that is why I'm not even using StreamYard today. I'm doing it directly from YouTube Studio. Yeah. Until I figure out how to use StreamYard from my phone, I'm going to be doing it this way for now, as long as it comes out well. Hey! Hi, Jay! Hi, lovely you! How are you? You are welcome, welcome, welcome. Ah! I'm not so quiet. Am I that quiet? Huh? Am I that quiet? Am I that quiet? I'm not sure I'm so quiet after all. Or maybe you spoke too soon. Anyway, I'm quiet. Finally, now I hear you. Hey, princess, my darling princess. Hey, my lovely. Oh, okay, so you didn't hear me earlier on. All right, I was asking if you could hear me because I'm using another device. I played back one of my LS and I saw that my laptop was humming so much, right? My device was humming so much, and that's how come, you know, R&B was saying something about flying out from wherever to come fix the device, the battery. Oh my goodness. So now I know what he's talking about. It's so loud. The humming is the battery. It needs fixing. I pray that God provides me a new device, a new laptop, so I can stream with that. Okay, but for now, this is where we are, and this is what we have, and let's just enjoy what we have and use what we can use now. Yeah, you spoke too soon. You spoke too soon. Hey, darling Sim Sim. Jay says hi to you. Need to bring this closer so I can um yeah, so I can see. Was thinking did catch your voice. No. I'm here. My voice is here. Okay, she says hi. Yeah. I think Sim Sim, how has work been? I'm sure that you're either doing one thing or the other right now. You're working, right? I know. You've been pushing out a lot of contents, which is very good. I don't know how you do it, but girl, you are doing very well. What? On the two channels, pushing out contents like that ain't easy at all. It ain't easy. Look at me struggling with the two channels to push out content on the two channels. You know, yet you're able to, you know, do it. Do it. I know it's a lot of work for you, but you're doing well. You're doing well. Uh, be encouraged. Kudos to you. Thumbs up to you. You're doing very well. Um, Jay, how has it been with you? Have you finished your exams? Oh, Rich Unstoppable. Oh, good to have you. Good to have you here. Welcome, welcome. I'm missing Applehead today. No Gordon and no Steven, so none will end up in dungeon. They might come later on. Uh, or did they reach out to you? Whilst I'm doing research for school, I decided to. Oh, okay, all right. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. And today I need them, you know, because they are men. I need to discuss something. There is a video that someone sent to me, right? And I don't know if I play it here. I don't know if YouTube is gonna give me copyright because now I'm afraid of you know all these copyrights, all these copyrights that they are issuing all around the place. So, but let me quickly tell the story. And perhaps the people here can at least hear the story and see if they can give one or two suggestions. You know, like we already see on the thumbnail. Okay, no, I'm not going to play it. I'll just tell the story. Like you already see on the thumbnail, the title of the thumbnail is My Wife Has a Husband. My wife has another husband. Yeah. So that the story was told by a neutral person who perhaps is a friend to the person, or the person told him the story and he put it out there, and then someone sent it to me. Now here goes the story. um, this man is married, duly married to this woman. They live together, and one day he drove the wife's car out. And women moving mountains, yes. So one day this man drove out his wife's car, and someone, where he parked, someone walked up to him and asked him why he's driving his wife's car. Another man walked up to him to ask him why he was driving his own wife's car. And he was like, "What do you mean? Why am I driving your wife's car? The car belongs to my wife, not your wife." And the man said no, that the car actually belongs to his wife. And there was a bit of confusion. And the man who drove the car, who thought that this wife is his legitimate wife, now said, "Oh, okay. Um, what does your wife? What is the name of your wife?" He mentioned the name. It was his wife's name. Okay. What does your wife do? He mentioned where his wife worked. And the man now says, "Oh, really?" He said, but he bought that car for his wife. You know, let me give them names so that we'll be able to differentiate the story that the men. Mr. A is the one who drove the car. Mr. B is the one who met Mr. A outside asking him why he's driving his wife's car. Men think they can play games. Women be doing one. I tell you. Simpson, I tell you. So Mr. B now said he bought the car for his missus. And yes, she married two men actually. And Mr. A now said, no, this car that his wife took a loan from so place. They actually, in the video, they actually mentioned all the names of the places where the wife was working, and she took a loan from so place, and that he, Mr. A, is the one servicing that loan that his wife took to buy this car. Meanwhile, Mr. B said he bought the car for the wife, right? Okay, it's getting more interesting. Okay, so Mr. A, the wife has two children for Mr. A already. So, you know, he felt, oh, he's how was that legal? Can you marry more than one person? Jay, both men did not know that the same woman was married to both of them. Each man actually thought that woman was married to him, right? So Mr. A thought the woman was married to him, and him only, and Mr. B also thought the woman was married to him only. Now let me tell you, let's go further. It gets better than this. All right. So, God, oh God, what's next? Jay, hold on. I'm coming. Okay, so Mr. A now said, this woman has two children for me, and we've been married for a long time. And Mr. B says, we have also been married for a long time, and that's why I bought her this car. All right. So Mr. A now says, no, it can't be. It can't. We're not talking about the same woman, because she lives with me from Monday to Friday, and she goes on. She's running a master program during the weekends. You know, that's what Mr. A is saying. Mr. A is saying that the woman lives with him and is running a master's program somewhere out of town during the weekends. So from Monday to Friday they are together, She goes to work and comes back and they are together. Then weekends, she goes for her master's program. Mr. B now said no, that she works, his own wife works outside the town. So she goes to work Monday to Friday outside the town, but she comes home during the weekends. Guys, this is a serious thing that I'm narrating like this and I'm laughing about it. Oh God, forgive me. This is someone's problem. So you see, during the weekend, she told Mr. A that she goes for master's program and she's off from the house during the weekend. So, and Mr. B, she told Mr. B that she walks outside town Mondays to Fridays. So weekends she comes back to Mr. B. So you see, she's able to live two lives at the same time. So Monday to Friday she's with Mr. A as his wife, and weekends she's with Mr. B as his wife. You see? So this is how she's been balancing the two people all along, and she's been stringing two husbands all the years, right? So the Mr. A now said, you know what? Let's get in and settle this thing. Let's come, sit down. Show me your wife's show me your wife's picture. Let's be sure of whom we are talking about, because he's very sure of his own wife. So, and lo and behold, Mr. B now says, okay, you bring your wife's picture too. So Mr. B opens his phone and shows Mr. A his wife's picture. And Mr. A screamed and said, but this is the same wife that he, Mr. A, is talking about. So this is his wife. It's the same woman, all right. So how can his own wife be married to another man, and live two lives? So that is a talk on ground right now. And he's like, help. What is he going to do? Sam, if you are still here, my brother, please, can you contribute to this story? What is this man going to do? Let's settle the matter. Yes, Sim. We got to settle the matter, because who knows if the man is even going to see this kind of this LS, or is somewhere lurking behind the bushes. We don't know. King Morgan, you are welcome. Did you hear the story? Okay, so let's contribute. Hey, this is not a laughing matter. Sam can't be here. I know. Agree. Let them settle in peace. Sandy the runner. It's agree. It's like that. King Morgan, how are you? King Morgan, did you hear this story? Can you put a word in? I know that King Morgan too is like Sam. Agree. Leave me out of this. Simpsy, I'm not gonna leave you out of this, please. We're all into this. Let us contribute to the to the story. What are we going to do? How are we going to help these two men? Because one of them has cried out and said, hey, everybody come and help me. Oh, what am I going to do? So he's the one who brought it out, that look at what is going on. Women be learning from them. Jay says she is not speaking. Jay, you don't want to speak. Princess, that's how people are. They come say hi and they run just so they can say, I'm here, yes, so that I can come back to their videos and watch. Yeah, it's all right. Then everybody has their own strategy. That's their strategy. Let them help themselves. Sim. Oh my goodness. You are laughing so hard there. Okay. Me too, I'm laughing. Look at me. Am I going to be able to discuss this thing for goodness sake? When I play this story and I hear this story, I say, oh my goodness. Oh dear Lord, have mercy on us today. See my princess. Do you want cashew? I don't mind. I want cashew. Maybe it will help to keep me in. You're already crying already. Oh my goodness. And I'm like, hey, this woman. Who knows what else she's up to? Maybe by the time the two men get home now to discover that. Thank you for the cashews. Maybe by the time the two men get home to discover that this is what has happened. Maybe she would have vamoosed vamoosed to a third one or a fourth one, who knows. Oh my goodness. This ain't is not funny at all, but it's such a funny story. Hey, let them pray and fast that God changes the heart of the woman. Sim. Let them go to one room and pray. Okay. Sim, I think they both should confront her with moldy apples. Jay, moldy apples. Hey, well, they town. Hey, who is going to help us today? Hey, can someone please help us? Can someone please? Sim, thank you, Jay. You're even thanking her. Okay. Uh, okay, for the cashews. So yeah, thank you, Jay, for the cashews. You're welcome, Sim. That will teach her a lesson. Moldy apples. Can someone please help us? Can someone please? Uh, I can't invite anyone up right now because I'm streaming directly from YouTube Studio, right? But if you are there, if any man is there, can can a man please come in here and tell us what they would do, you know? Because this is maybe it's the wrong person that they sent this video to discuss, because they felt that I'll be able to discuss this thing. And but the story is just so funny, it's just so hilarious. I mean, it's just so hilarious. How do you want to confront that kind of woman? That woman got liar's heart. I tell you. Huh? I tell you. I tell you. That woman has got a lion's heart, man. I wonder the kind of heart that woman has. And I keep saying that there's a possibility that this woman has some side, you know, pieces on the side. Because if she has two major husbands who are servicing her very well, you see, and this is just one item that implicated her, right? This is just one item, and that is the car, right? And that is, see, they need high heels and moldy apples and problem sorted. And it's just the car that implicated her, right? Because Mr. A, who is supposedly her husband, from Monday to Friday, drove the car out because his car was whatever, he decided to drive the car out, right? Shade Princess, Shade Princess's beneficial knowledge. You are welcome. Hi from work. Oh, okay. Did you hear the story? Did you hear the story? Perhaps you'll be able to put in one or two words. So Mr. A drove this car out. Suppose he didn't drive that car out. Perhaps there's no way they would have found out what is happening. Or perhaps they might still find out, but it will be a very long time away from then. Or who knows? Now, that car, I was saying that it's just one. Today you're being spoiled first. Strawberries and cashew. Oh, orange. Oh, wow. You're really being spoiled. Well, that's good. It's a good thing, right? Please eat, enjoy. So I was saying that it's just one item that implicated her. That's the car. And the car, two people are already, the two husbands are involved in the car, right? Thank you, Shade Princess's beneficial knowledge. J baby, that woman got mind. She has mind. Two people are already involved in buying her that car. Mr. B said he bought her that car. Was the reason why he recognized the car, first, and two, was the reason he was bold enough to come to the man that was driving the car when he parked the car, to say, oh, mister, how far? You are driving my wife's car. Please, where is my wife? And Mr. B is not aware that his wife has a driver. Otherwise, perhaps he probably just wanted to find out, oh, innocently he came to find out, oh, where is my wife? Why are you driving my wife's car? Only for him to find out that the man who is coming is not the husband. Oh, okay. Oh, Shade Princess says she's listening. All right. Shade, I can't help anyone with good answer here. Men have been playing this game long time ago. That is true. Men have been playing the game a long time ago, and you know when men play, they forget that. Oh, all right. I will tell you the story. When men play, they forget that women. If you train a woman would, you know, take it up another level. So that is what I think is happening here. Men have been playing this game, and this woman decided, okay, she's gonna play the game. And who knows what happened to her before she met these two people? You know, who knows what she must have gone through? I don't know. I don't want to presume. I don't want to assume this is what happened. But men have been playing the game. That is true. Yeah, just one little game the woman played. Everyone is screaming. We may have smart snack. Let her keep shouting. She was adding many levels to the game. She did. It's just the car that we found out, right? Who knows if she has bought a house somewhere, or the two of them have paid for a house for her somewhere without knowing. Or maybe this one bought her a house and the other one bought her the same house. Who knows? Because this man, okay, Shade, let me recap the story real quick. This woman, a man drove out his wife's car. Say Mr. A. Mr. A drove out his wife's car, and when he parked the car to do something, Mr. B walks up to him and says, oh, good day. This is my wife's car. Why are you driving my wife's car? And Mr. A was like, your wife's car? No, the car belongs to my wife. So the same woman is married to Mr. A and to Mr. B. The woman stays with Mr. A. The car in question, Mr. B bought the car for his wife. And Mr. A is also servicing the loan with which Mrs. A used to buy the car. So you see, two people are buying the same car for her, right? Okay, so the wife stays with Mr. A Monday to Friday and told him that she goes for master's class during the weekends. So she goes during the weekends, she stays with the other man, and she had told the man, Mr. B, that she works outside town. And so she goes Mondays to Fridays to work from Mr. B's house and comes home weekends. So she's living two lives, one with Mr. A Monday to Friday, one with Mr. B during the weekends. And she has two kids for Mr. A already. So it's because of this car that everybody got to know what has happened. All right, Shade Princess. And so Mr. A has cried out, is screaming out for help, that what is he going to do? Yeah, there is a level to this game. So what is he going to do? That's the video. The video was sent to me, and that is why I'm discussing it. I don't want to play the video. I don't want to react to the video because I don't want any copyright issues from from YouTube, right? I've had enough copyright issues from YouTube. Okay, if it wasn't for the car, there would have been no problem and she would have gone out unscattered. Yes, exactly. If it wasn't for the car, there would have been no problem. A Chinese woman has 20 boyfriends and and she made each of them buy her latest iPhone. She sold them and bought herself a house. Are you kidding me? Wow. There is a level to this game. Yeah, Shade Princess, that's what happened. So, what is the man going to do? Yeah. It's just something similar to what we are discussing. This is very relevant. Very, very, it's relevant to what we are discussing. It's exactly the same thing, Sim, except that um this one used iPhones, 20 boyfriends, and she's not married to any of them, right? She used 20 boyfriends with 20 iPhones to buy herself a house. And this woman used two husbands to buy a car. And we don't know if she has a house somewhere, because for her to be playing that game, she must have been doing some other things. If it wasn't for the car, they wouldn't have discovered. And the car is just one item, in an entire life of a married couple. There must have been so many things. And for Mr. B to have been able to buy a car for his wife, right? It shows to what extent they had gone and how long they've been together. Okay. So Shade Princess, what's gonna happen? What do you think? This point, if she was so dedicated, she should have gotten two cars and just have somewhere to drop one car and pick up the second car and drive to whichever house she's going to. Well, we don't know. Um, we don't know. She probably didn't think that one day the two men would ever meet, because they live separately. They live in different towns. They live in different cities. They are not in the same city, right? They are not in the same city. Mr. A lives somewhere else and Mr. B lives somewhere else. And because from Mr. B, she told Mr. B that she walks out of town, right? So she walks out of town means that she does not live there. She lives somewhere else and she goes to work somewhere else. So they don't live in the same town. So it's just fate. Perhaps it's just fate that has decided that, oh, it's enough. Your cup is full, or something like that. If that was you and you you were having two husbands, you'd be buying two cars. Not to allow yourself to be caught. Well, that's one way out. No jokes. Seriously? So that really actually happened? Sim? Smart enough to know you don't want headache if you're gonna have multiple men. Doesn't she know it's a small world? Oh, well, it's a small world, but some people can be daring and some people can take high risks, right? So, in this case, for a woman to do that kind of thing, it means that she's actually daring. Excuse me. It means that she's actually daring. Sorry, guys, let me take some water. It means that she's actually daring and she took very high risk. Very, very high risk, right? She took very, very, very high risk in what she did. So is Shade Princess still here? Shade Princess, so can you contribute to this? Is there anything you would like to say? How are we going to solve this problem? Even then, there could have been something else that revealed her secret. Yeah, I feel that too. That she was cheating in this case, yes. It was the car, but even phones these days, if you accidentally left phone somewhere and got a call, true, and got a call, a curious call, then perhaps the person's partner saw the call and the person might begin to ask questions. Who is this person? And also, depending on what they saved the name as. These days. That's another one too. I've heard all kinds of stories about people who used something else to save the names of their, you know, people who are cheating. Yeah? I'm sure she knew the implication. Yes, I think so too, Sim. I think so. I think she was just playing game and she was just enjoying the game, and I'm sure she must have made provision for herself or made a way out or something. This kind of person, she must have had plan C or plan D, you know? She was. She was indeed playing games and she was enjoying the games. She was enjoying the games she was playing, right? Oh my goodness. From another man and husband answers, you're still going to be caught. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, done that before right now. Something you won't share because he's not here. But if someone now sees that, they'll be wondering who the hell is. Okay. Okay. Perhaps he will share when he's around, right? Someone may have done shit to her. Yes, I think so. I think that someone. Yes, I think so. Rosa Huje, you are welcome. Greetings. You are welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. Yes, I think so. I think she must have had an experience, or she must have had experience. Someone has done shit to her before or something that made her make up her mind and close her heart to do that kind of thing. But hey, who knows who did whatever to her? Who knows if it's the same man who did something to her? Then she decided, there's a quote I put out a long time ago. When a man marries when a man marries a woman, women, or rather, women don't intentionally go out to marry and become bad in the marriage, right? Women don't marry to intentionally become bad in the marriage. like become vindictive or something. Most of the time, women marry with, you know, with open mind. Women marry because they want to marry. Women marry because, they just want to marry. For whatever reason they want to get married, they want to marry, because women are creatures of relationship. Okay, that's the way women are wired. They are into relationship. Okay, so women go out to marry because they want to get married, but not that a woman will go out to marry because she intends to do bad to the man, or to the man that she's intending to marry. Okay, most of the time I see it's men who get married and then begin to treat the woman the way, perhaps visits the woman, visits something that had happened to them before upon the woman that they got married to. I have suffered that kind of thing. So I know what I'm talking about. Someone has done something to me. I'm like, why did you do this? And the person was like, oh, so person did something to me some time ago, and blah 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 blah. That is why. And then I'm like, why would you do that to me? I'm not the person who did stuff to you. Do you get? So why are you treating me as if I'm your past? I'm not your past. I'm not the one who did it. So yeah, yes, I'll be will, but not right whilst he's not here to defend himself. Okay. Women have been on the receiving end all these years. True. They are switching up the game already. Yeah, that's true. Women were pushed to the wall. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Exactly. Yeah, same. I've been cheated on multiple times. I've found out multiple times on my birthday, even once. I find out after your family tried and it was bad. Oh, okay. And when you are pushed to the wall, it brings out some character you never knew she had. Absolutely true. That is true. Rose Ehuje, are you still here? Perhaps you'll be able to contribute to the story. I'll recap in a bit. If you are still here, if you let me know that you are here, then I'll recap. Okay. Yeah. But around, which is why now I don't believe in dating, especially at such a tender age. Okay. Oh, experience teaches us a whole lot of things. So bad. Yeah, true. Yes, same. Um, I was going to say something about that. Push to the wall. Yes, that's true. Yes. And when you are pushed to the wall, it brings out some character you never knew she had. Yeah, that is true. Because women are, most of the time women are at the receiving end. And because I had said that women never go out to marry, because I mean they never go out to marry to with bad intentions, right? Yeah, women usually don't go out to marry with bad intentions. They marry with open heart. They marry because they want to marry, for whatever reason they want to marry. They are excited getting married and all that stuff. So in the marriage, when the relationship begins to go south, um somehow women learn, women learn. And when a woman wakes up, I have so many instances to prove this. When a woman wakes up in the marriage, as in if the man had been doing stuff and doing stuff to the woman, and all of a sudden the woman now decides that, oh no, this is enough. Enough is enough. It's usually the intensity with the intensity with which that woman begins to do stuff back to the man is very high and very strong. And it's like a student that you have been teaching, you've been teaching this student, you've been teaching the student, you've been teaching. The student has been, absorbing, assimilating, And all of a sudden, the student just wakes up and boom, the student now knows more than the teacher. The student writes exam and begins to practice and now knows more than the teacher. We've seen it, right? After all these brilliant people out there were taught by lecturers, and the lecturers sometimes 30 years down the line, the lecturer is still there teaching, and the people they taught have become presidents, have become, you know, owners of conglomerates and multinational companies and all that, right? You understand? So that's what I'm saying. Let's bring it down to relationship. When a man teaches and does and does and does, and the woman just takes it that this man is teaching me, this man is teaching me. By the time I wake up and begin to use all the things you are teaching me in this relationship, then it's going to hit hard. You get? You get? So, Lady Fechi, you're welcome, sis. Thank you so much for coming. She says, hello, host and everyone in the house. Thank you so much. I have missed some chats, right? I tell you, some of these people are patient and willing to love, but when you corner them, the lion comes out. That is true. That is true. Already told cousin's hubby that he doesn't want to hurt my cousin because if Papa gets okay, mental health. Hi, Lady Fitch says hi to you. All right. Lady Fetch had already told the story and we've been discussing about this story. It's a story that was sent to me by a man. And Rose Huja, I hope you're here so I can recap the story so that you and Lady Fetch can hear the story now. It was a story that was sent to me by a man. A man had cried out to say that his wife is married to another husband. And this is how he found out. He took out his wife's car, which his wife told him that she wanted this car and took a loan from somewhere. And he has been servicing the loan, which equally means that he's the one buying the car for his wife, right? So he went out. Something was wrong with his car, so he decided to drive his wife's car out. And when he stopped somewhere, a man walked up to him and was like asking him, oh, this is my wife's car, why are you driving my wife's car, where is my wife? So say Mr. A drove the car out. Mr. B came to ask Mr. A, oh, why are you driving my wife's car? And that was how, yeah, you saw it. Okay, you have. Oh yeah, I've seen that video. My first thought is that it's one of those social media fake story. But it could be a fake story. But you know that rumors, there's always an element of truth in every rumor, right? That's what they say. It could be a fake story. Suppose it's a fake story. There's another one that Simpson said that this Chinko woman has 20 boyfriends, and all the 20 boyfriends, they all bought her iPhones. All of them. She went to sell all the iPhones and bought herself a house, right? So suppose this was true, because it's possible. It's possible. I've heard stories too. I've heard stories. Because this is what happened. They don't live, the two men, Mr. A and Mr. B, they don't live in the same town. They don't live in the same city. She lives with Mr. A from Monday to Friday, and she told Mr. B that she works outside town from Mondays to Friday. If they both have an understanding that this is the way his wife works, Of course, she walks outside town. I know people who walk outside town who travel from one end to another, and the office puts them in a hotel there. Oh, yes. And they're in a hotel and they are married and they work. So after like 3 days or how many days, they come back home. So it's very possible. So suppose she told Mr. B that she works outside. So she works Monday to Friday and she lives with this man here, Mr. A. And then she told Mr. A that she goes for masters. She's running a master program. Someone who is working and running a master program. So she goes to master program during the weekends. Suppose she's running a master's program and she goes for master's program. Yes, she goes to stay with the other man during the weekends. Right? Monday, she goes back to the other one. You get? And she had already had 2 kids for this other man before this game started. So it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Considering the life that people live. Let me stream for a few minutes. I'll see you all soon. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Sim Sim. Mountain of Inspiration, you are welcome. Okay. That's crazy then. Yes. Yes. What kind of cray story is this? Yeah. Is serious cray story, but yeah, it happened. It happens. It's something that could happen, there's a twist to the story now because Lady Fetch is saying she might be thinking that something is one of those fake stories. But I'm saying that it is possible. It is possible. Mountain of Inspiration, you are welcome. How can she live that type of life? No peace of mind, obviously. Oh, but that's the life she chose. That's the life she chose, right? She chose to live that kind of life, and so she's living that kind of life. Who knows what drove her to that kind of thing? Because we did not hear from the woman. We don't know if it is true or not. We don't know if the story is fake or true. And we have not heard from the woman. Now, obviously, the woman will not come out to say anything in this circumstance. Such a woman would never come out to say anything. And in my mind, I'm thinking, for a woman to plan this kind of thing, it's possible that she could have even taken further steps to securing herself if Kasala busts, or if anything happens, or if she gets found out. She unfortunately made her bed. Oh, she would lie. The way she made her bed is the way she's going to lie on it, right? How can she live? Yeah, if she planned this kind of life and she's living this kind of double life, oh my goodness, then she's gonna go in for it. Sim said earlier on that, oh, such a woman does not have her heart. She does not have a heart anymore. For her to live this kind of life, it means, I wonder what must have happened to her heart, And I'm also saying that it's possible that something must have happened for her to begin to play this kind of high-level game, because this is really crazy, I tell you. So for the man now who is crying out, Mr. A, the man that I have given Mr. A now, who is crying out that help, his wife is married to another husband. How is anybody going to help the man? Suppose it is true and the story has come out. Someone sent me the story. So how are we going to help the man? How is anybody going to help the man? What is the man going to do? What should he do? Right? What should he do? For that kind of thing to even happen, I, I don't even know how the man was going to drive that car from that point where he discovered that thing back home. How is he going to be able to drive the car back home safely? You get? It's such a sad thing. It's such a sad thing. The man needs serious psychotherapy. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I really agree with you. In fact, the two men, the one that is crying out says they have two kids together, right? So they have two kids together. And the other one is the one who bought her this car that the man drove out. And Mr. A also says he is servicing the loan with which his wife bought the car, right? So it's like two of them bought her that same car. So I'm saying this is what we've been told. This is what has been revealed. What about things that have not been revealed about these two, this triangular relationship? He must feel emasculated. I tell you. I tell you. He couldn't even tell the story himself. Someone is telling the story. Someone is telling the story on his behalf and is crying out that, hey, what do I do? What is this man going to do? Anyways, I decided to come and share the story here. But I know that this thing is not something that any one person is going to be able to give counsel to. You know, in just 1 hour live stream, right? But it's still worth it to share it so that people can be aware of the goings on. You know, before you came, some people had been here earlier on and had contributed to, you know, some had contributed to the discussion, and someone had even said something that another person had done somewhere else, which is similar to what's going on, but the difference is that that other woman is not married to the men that she did stuff to, right? Yeah, so things are happening. You just have to be careful. Relationships and marriages these days, if you are in a marriage and you're married to a good woman, you hold on to the woman. And if you're a man and if you're a woman and you're married to a good man, you hold on to your man. You understand? I don't, because a lot of things are happening out there. You know, sometimes people say, oh, they can't take what is happening in a marriage. They can't endure anymore. If the man is not domestically abusing you, if the woman is not emotionally abusive and all that, if there's a way to um, resolve the conflicts going on in that marriage, my suggestion or my word is usually, whatever is resolvable, please resolve it. Discuss with your partner, discuss with your spouse, and resolve whatever is resolvable. Because you can't say, oh, there are many people, there are many fishes in the ocean. I hear people say it. There are many fishes in the ocean, and if this one does not work, then you go out there, you get another one. Blah, blah, blah. What's the point of getting another one? You're going to go there and start from the beginning again. So if you are able to manage what you have, as in the two of you are just living your life quietly. And yes, people have fights, people quarrel, people have disagreements, people have arguments in a relationship, in a marriage. But arguments is not enough to leave your spouse or leave your partner and run off and say because there are many fishes in the ocean. So I think it is still worth it to still, um, you know, still maintain what you have, think of ways to resolve your issues, and stay with your spouse as long as they are not abusive, right? Like domestic or emotional, like domestic violence, or emotionally abusive, right? Or any other uh, thing that is related to such abusive things, right? So, anyways, I said I will come out here and discuss it for 1 hour, and that 1 hour is up now. My time is up, so I've got to end the LS. Perhaps some other time, or maybe next week, we might pick it up again and see if there might be any suggestions from anybody, or there might be other things that we can add to the discussion so far. So, but meanwhile, hold on to who you have. If you know you have a good woman, hold on to her. And if you know you have a good man, hold on to him. And make your marriage relationship work. This is my submission this evening. All right. So, for everybody who has been around or who has been here, thank you all so very much. Um, it's wonderful being with you, my community. Thank you for coming out, and thank you for contributing to this discussion. Um, Today is Friday. I'll see you again. I'll stream live again on Tuesday next week and Friday next week. And I'll premiere a video on Thursday, and I might drop other videos in other weeks. But right now, I'm dropping like a video every day on my shorts. Okay, so thank you all so much, and stay blessed. Bye bye.